Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Bankroll. I'm your host, the Big Man on Campus here, talking Europa League for Thursday, March 8th. I'm here with two of my favorite people in this business, Nigel Seeley, sports writer in England, and Alex from Need for Tips. Guys, how we doing today?
All good, big man.
Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Waiting for Champions League to start in 40 minutes, but can't wait to talk about some interesting Europa League matches taking place on Thursday.
Yeah. We've all come together. Nigel joined us last time. You and I, Alex, have done Europa League really since I don't know, since the summer. It seems like we've always been on the ball with that. It's been a fun year. Europa League's actually been pretty profitable, other than I think last round didn't do great. But I like the matchups this week. Obviously, I think there's plenty of value to be made. We'll jump into it. We welcome all the listeners out there that are tuning in. Already plenty of people waiting for us here. We hope you enjoy the show. Feel free to hit the like button, let us know you enjoy the show, and hit the comment buttons. Obviously, you can see what people are commenting on by just looking at the video. So if you're new, you can take a look there. A good way to implement. We'll pick out some of the better comments. Someone asking, is Flash here? No, he is not here. We got to do. Sometimes we got to do videos without him. We don't want him on every video, Nigel. Right? Sometimes Flash. Sometimes we don't want to see his face every day.
Every day, I don't want to see it every month. Not only every day. I mean, every year, once a year is like Father Christmas for me, Santa Claus. See him once a year, that's about enough. Not any more than that.
Now, if we see a new name in here talking about Flash, we can almost assume it's you, right? That's got to be you.
No, it's got to be Flash. If someone's saying, "Where's Flash? Where's Flash? Where's Flash?" He's obviously Flash. He's obviously sitting home there tonight, and just trying to make out and then go on to Nat and say he wants a pay rise.
Flash was the greatest player in English football history. He's a hero. That's definitely
the greatest player ever by the name of Gordon.
Yes.
Apart from Gordon Banks.
Exactly. BMOC, can you do a British accent like Natalie? No, I can't. Maybe I'll try.
Austin Powers there. Very Austin Powers.
Yes.
I thought you looked like another character in Austin Powers, but you sound like Austin Powers.
Fuck off! I know what you're going with. Let's go to the games here. We can whine and moan all day, but let's get into the matches here. We'll start up at the top. An English club, Arsenal, who are a bit of a shambles right now, as they would say. They've been a mess, but they head on the road to San Siro to take on AC Milan. Guys, AC Milan rolling right now. This team has been fantastic, unbeaten in 13 straight matches. They've not allowed a goal since February 4th. I mean, really impressive run right now. And this is what you brought Bonucci in for. This is what you brought these guys in for. And how about Gennaro Gattuso, the fiery, former player who's on the 2006 World Cup team? What a job he's done. A fairly unknown manager, but he's come in, really made this team hard-nosed, and they have belief. I think it's going to be very difficult for Arsenal to come in here and win a match. The road form right now is just horrendous. There's no service at all to Aubameyang. Aubameyang's not gotten going because no one can get him the ball. Denny Welbeck doesn't belong on this stage. You don't have Lacazette. You get rid of Giroud. I mean, Nigel, you're an English football supporter. You got to ask yourself, Arsenal is Arsenal. I mean, they're not going to get any better. They're not going to be able to fix Koscielny's problems or Hector Bellerin or Callum Chambers. I mean, this team is what they are. I mean, I don't know how they're going to go into San Siro and beat Milan. I just don't see it.
Well, I'm actually an Arsenal fan as well. I've had to actually sat and watch Arsenal the last for the last few years. I don't think it's a problem that's happened recently, big man, especially in the last couple of months or so. This is a problem that has got generally worse and worse and worse in the last 5 years. I mean, Wenger's fluked a couple of FA Cup wins. He's fluked a couple of top four finishes to keep him in his job. And I thought Arsene Wenger has been a revelation at Arsenal, and he should have stepped aside in the glory days. When he won the FA Cup a few years ago at Aston Villa, he should have said, right, my time has come. And you look at the other bench, and that is exactly what Arsenal needs. It needs a manager with passion. It needs a manager who motivates his side. It needs someone who's got them going and gets the fans going. Very similar, and it needs change. And when Arsenal was successful, they had players in the dressing room who were leaders. Arsenal don't have any leaders. They don't have any leaders, and the leadership comes from your manager. And if your manager's just sitting on the bench, doing up his zip jacket when you're 3-0 down in a cup final, well, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. And lost 5 of their last 6 games. Defeat at Brighton. They've only won 6 of 21 away from home all season. The Osterland defeat was a debacle. If that happened to any other Premier League manager in a top 4 side, he would have been gone for that. And he's just a very, very lucky man. And everyone. The reason why Milan are 2.2 is because Arsenal will be backed. The British public will back Arsenal because they do. And Wenger has a history of getting out of troubles. When he's back against the wall, he always gets out of it. But I think the game is up for him now. I think the game is up for him. I think he's lost the players. And I think Milan at 2.2 are a great bet.
Yeah, I agree totally. This is one of my favorite bets of the Europa League season. I'm all over it. Let me ask you real quick. How do you approach this going forward, though? Because you're going to need until Stan Kroenke goes away. What do you really do? I mean, Arsene Wenger's a yes man. They listen to what he says. At the end of the day, they're a profitable club. If you look at the numbers, that's all they care about. I don't think this is going to change anytime soon.
My friend was the chief executive, the commercial director at Arsenal for many years, and Wenger said to them he'd make them the most cash-rich football team in the world, and he's not far off done that. And that was what his job was set up to do. He didn't turn around and say, "I'm going to win 5 Premier League titles. I'm going to win." He said, "Within inside a certain period of time, I'll make you the most cash-rich football team in European football and world football." And he hasn't far done. They've got no debt. They own the stadium. As a business, they're fantastic. They're a model for any other club. But at the moment, a team like that should not be losing to Brighton. A team like that should not be losing to. We joked that us lot were getting the Osterland side, didn't we? We joked about it last time we spoke. We spoke, and they went to Arsenal and won. He's got away with things too many times now, and he used to have a plan, and he used to have players that would play for him, and he's lost that. And there is only one plan at Arsenal. It's Plan A, and that's play the football he does. When Plan A doesn't work, and he gets bullied, which is going to get bullied by this Milan side, they don't have any Plan B. And that is the big problem. And nothing will change now. If they could lose 3-0, it wouldn't change now. It has to change at the end of the season, and it will change. But it will probably be someone that Arsene Wenger picks to take over for him, like David Moyes at Alex Ferguson. But it has to change, and I think they're going to get another embarrassing defeat here.
I agree totally. Alex, do you agree with us here?
Yeah, I could listen to Nigel till the morning. I know he's a big TV star there, and he was at least. But Champions League is coming, and we are under the weather here a little bit. I'm a little bit ill, so let's get into the business. AC Milan 2.2 over 2.5 goals at 1.9. Easy money on that. Even if Arsenal were very good and they were at their highest level, their road games are making them lose games. And AC Milan are top of their performance right now under Gennaro Gattuso. He is their shadow. He is also beating them, I think, when they are not doing what he's asking. So yeah, Milan all the way at 2.2, but also over 2.5 goals at 1.9.
Like it. A lot of people like Milan 3-1, says Dale. Milan 1-0 or 2-1, says Bill. Don't back Arsenal at any price, says Natalie. Agreed. Milan has conceded in many games. Yeah, since February 4th. They're rolling. Milan 2.2 looks very good here. Alex likes the over as well. Let's move on. Atletico Madrid, Lokomotiv Moscow. This is a pass for me. I'll ask you guys any opinion here. The odds are tough. Nothing really jumps out at you. Maybe you win the nil with Madrid, but even that's at 1.6. Not a ton of value here. Anyone have an opinion? Nigel, anything here?
That was my bet. My bet was 1.6, but Madrid to win to nil. Shortest price on the coupon, and rightfully so. I think they will win. Maybe play a couple of correct scores, 1-0, 2-0. Madrid probably get a better price than 1.62. But he's the man I'd like to see succeed, Wenger. I think it'd make him very, very hard to beat. He's my man. He would be my man if I could go out and get someone. Simeone would be the man I want to succeed.
Yeah, it will be interesting with two defensive managers in Premier League, Mourinho and Simeone on the other side, right?
Yep, we'll have a lot of unders games and we'll be very happy. The nil-nil detector will be going into overdrive.
Any opinion here, Alex, on this one?
I think that Atletico Madrid will destroy Lokomotiv Moscow, and I'm going Atletico Madrid and over 2.5 goals at 2.1. I think that easily 3-0 for Atletico Madrid here.
Timo Buckets, definitely double chance for Milan. Arsenal's gutless. 1.33. I don't know about that. You got to get better prices there, Chief. Not good enough. 1.33, no. Guys, no 1.33s. Not going to happen on my book.
Nothing. No 1.33.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing under 1.7.
Agreed. Borussia Dortmund, FC Salzburg. I got to tell you guys, I like the over in this game a lot. Both teams scored over 2.5, 2.05. Salzburg scoring goals for fun right now. 12 goals in 3 matches. Germans can't keep a clean sheet either. They've only kept 4 clean sheets over 23 matches as Borussia Dortmund. Michy Batshuayi has been fantastic. Both these teams struggle in defense, go forward. I think this should be one of the higher scoring matches of the day. Wouldn't be surprised to see over 3.5 come in, frankly. I'll go both teams scoring over 2.5 at 2.1 right now. What do you got here, Alex? You agree? Alex Classic?
I am totally agree with you there. 2.1 high scoring affair, over 3.5 goals. Also, you can play it as a single bet. But yes, this combination I love it. Both teams to score and over 2.5. Dortmund are really strong in the attack, but their defensive part is really poor. The same with Salzburg. Dortmund should win this one and extend their winning streak against the Austrian sides. They just played Salzburg sister club RB Leipzig, drawing 1-1 against them last weekend. But yeah, Europa League goals. First rounds of the knockout stages, first legs, you always see goals. And again, I think that it's a classic, this one, at 2.1, as you found it.
Do you see goals here, Nigel, like we do?
Absolutely. When the draw was made I think there's some great games in the Europa League in this stage as well. So when the draw was made in this side, the first one I thought was goals. I was very surprised to see over 3.5 at 2.62. You know, I thought that'd be around about 2.2. I thought that would be sort of 145, 150 over 2.5, and about 2.2 over 3.5. 2.62 looks a great price. Both teams to score definitely. Dortmund for me just can't defend, and Salzburg, you know, you say they score goals and they concede goals in the last 4 matches. They've done that for the last 3 seasons. They've been the most gung-ho team in European football. Not, you know, Austrian league isn't the caliber of what other leagues are around the continent, but they do score goals, and Dortmund will give them chances. So yeah, totally agree with you. Over 3.5 goals, my star here at 2.62.
Yeah, I like that play as well. Real quick, just a minute. Timo asking about when you could 2-team parlay with higher probability picks. Here's something to live by. Okay, I do this in any sport. First of all, parlays are not profitable bets. I wouldn't be doing them long term. Second of all, when you're doing a parlay, the goal is to get a very nice plus money price. If you're parlaying 1.3 and 1.4, you're barely going to get above even money on that. That's not. There's just not good enough ROI for me. I don't want to do it. I don't do it. I'm Nigel. I don't think you do it. I don't think, when we're betting, I mean, we need at least on a parlay 2.6, 2.7, at least something. 1.3, 1.4. That's not gonna do it. I mean, it's a likelihood to win, but I can't do it long term. Let's move on. Goals in this one. I think we agree. CSK Moscow, Lyon. Lyon, obviously, the big question is, will Nabil Fekir play? He's questionable for the matchup. If he doesn't play, I really like the under in this match, 1.75. You know, I just think, it'll be kind of one of those 1-1, 1-0. Fekir kind of the big-time player on Lyon. CSK Moscow, I think the goal will be to defend for as long as possible. Always tough to go to Russia and win. Nigel, any opinion on this? I kind of like the under.
Yeah. I think the team news is crucial for the game. Obviously, the team news can't really have too much effect on the Lyon price. It has more effect on the CSK Moscow price, because if the player doesn't play, then the CSK Moscow price will come down. The Lyon price will probably stay about the same as it is. I was looking at CSK Moscow draw no bet here. I think you couldn't pick two different weather cultures, could you? You know, to go from the south of France to Lyon, which would be sort of a low 20 degrees, over to Moscow, which would be sub-zero. So I was looking towards the home side, but only a lean. It was only a lean, and it would be a draw, no bet, because I think the draw is a big runner in this game. But I'm taking the home side because if the team news comes out as we expect it to be, I think that 1.91 on CSGO draw, no bet will be around about 1.75, 1.8.
Always tough, Alex, to go to Russia and win. Lyon possibly without their best player. I don't hate Nigel's bet there, really. Looks like a nice little play on the Russian side. What do you think?
I don't hate that play either, but it's a skip for me, totally a skip. Yeah, they are unpredictable, the Russian teams, most of all when they're playing on their turf there. Also, Lyon without Fekir, I don't know. I don't know. Anything might happen there. So I think that better skip this one if you are not sure about it. The unders look okay also. Yeah, no, pass.
Dale thinks they're putting all their eggs into the Lyon, or Lyon's putting them into the Europa League. I think they have to at this point. They're not catching Paris Saint-Germain. I'm a CSK fan, and Bautista score is a lock. Listen, come on, man, with the lock. There's no locks in sports, guys. Stop with that. Stop saying lock. This is a coin flip. We all know it. No more.
Someone said,
no lock.
yeah, someone said about a match in Bundesliga on the Best Bet show the other week. Why you guys are not playing the both team to score? And imagine that the match ended 1-0. Why? This is a lock. This is a bank, or this is whatever. No, it ended 1-0. This is why we didn't play it.
Kelvin just put there. South of France had snow last week. South of France had snow last week. I mean, I'm not being funny. If I had to pack a suitcase to go to Lyon and go to Moscow, I know which one would have me speedos in and me espadrilles, and I know which one will have me thermals and me jumpers on.
You're right. Also, did you see Akfinev's? Go ahead.
Also, sorry about the other type of people that are saying that are tipsters for the last 5-6 months on Twitter, and after 4 months they are starting to sell their picks. You know, they are sending picks to clients and stuff like that. They are making me laugh every day when I see
Alex,
when I see them doing that. Go on, big man.
Alex, I have to say, if we go down that road, we won't be done here till 4:00 p.m. That is a huge issue in this business. As far as, I just want to discuss, did you guys see Akfinev's Champions League record? I'm not trying to jump on Timo Buckets here. All I'm saying is that's not correct. Okay, he's given up goals in Champions League. He gave up one back in January. So he hasn't he's kept clean sheets since then. It's not that consecutive goal streak is not still going on. We're not mad. We're all just making our points here. We don't personally bet parlays, and neither does Alex. That's all we're saying.
I'm betting a 1 week parlay, 10 games on that parlay, and maybe from time to time as for fun I'm doing a free games parlay, but very small stake, just for the fun. But the long term is single bets, high stakes. Follow your bankroll strictly. Use only single bets, and bankroll management is really important. Increase your bankroll, and from time to time, your units play should be bigger because your bankroll gets bigger. So like that, you will be profitable. And people like Donny, the right side, have the right after 15 years in this business to sell their picks and to do it with success. But people who are 5 months, 6 months on Twitter making videos and posting them on Twitter, and after that selling picks to clients, come on. And they don't have even 200 followers. Come on. That is outrageous.
I agree. Very much so. Nigel, do you have something to add?
No, I think Alex has said it all for me, and with a lot more passion than I could. So, job done.
I agree with him. Great stuff, Alex. Couldn't have said it better myself. Lazio, Dynamo Kiev. Kiev heading into Italy. Obviously, Lazio didn't win over the weekend against Juventus. A tough way to lose that one. Listen, over looks pretty good in this match. I don't have a ton on it. Sure, Immobile scoring goals for fun this year. We know Kiev, plenty of Brazilian players that can score as well. Lazio hasn't been exactly the best defensive team. I kind of like the over, but I'm not in love with it. Nigel, any opinion on Lazio and then
I have absolutely no opinion on
Dynamo?
this game. I think it's a real. I mean, I think obviously the price is going to be very favourable to Lazio. But didn't Lazio lose their last home game in the Europa League? And they come from behind in the return leg.
Yeah, Stal Bucharest.
Yeah. So they got beat. They got beat at a short price. Then I think the thing is with Lazio, I think it's a it's a massive stadium. Obviously, it's an Olympic stadium. It's a huge stadium. And for these Europa Cup games, they're playing in front of 10,000 people. You know, and that's been the case for years and years and years. And that's probably why the Italian ties haven't done so well. And a lot of teams from Russia have done well in this competition because their home ties aren't as formidable as what they are when they go on other sides of Europe. Obviously, Spanish ties have done well recently as well. But I think Lazio are the rightful favourites. But 1.45 is a complete swerve for me. No, not interested.
Yeah, definitely a tough one. What do you think, Alex?
I'm going Lazio minus 1.5 at 2.2. I think that Dynamo Kiev are not the side from the last 3-4 years when they were playing Champions League and they were doing it well. Lazio played very well against Juventus. They were unlucky to lose the 3 points with Paulo Dybala scoring in the 92nd minute. But I think that they have their eyes on Europa League and they will try to win. They have their chance to win this competition after all. They are amongst the best sides remained in the competition. Like Atletico Madrid have the first chance from my point of view. After that, you have Marseille, you have AC Milan, and Lazio. Whom else? You don't have someone else. So I think
Arsenal,
that they have their eyes on this competition.
Arsenal.
Yeah, come on, Ars. Yeah, I'm going Lazio minus 1.5 at 2.2.
Very good. People saying Del Fort, Lazio will park or Kiev will park the bus 100%. Maybe. Once that goal comes in, though, might end. Lazio winning 2-0. There you go. I'm not in love with the game, so the over is not a huge one. Marseille Bilbao, another pass for me. Alex, any opinion on Marseille Athletic Bilbao?
I took Marseille 2 days ago at evens. I think that it's unbelievable how what bookies offered them 2 days ago evens. Atletico Bilbao are old side already. Adur is in front, cannot play more than the first half, then one half. After that, they are coming after a really poor performance in La Liga. Marseille at home are unbeaten since, let me see, since September 2017 in all competitions. I don't see anything else than a home win here. Right now, the price is at 1.85. Still has some value, but I took it 2 days ago at evens.
Nigel, any opinion on Marseille or Bilbao?
I didn't really have I didn't really have an opinion on the bet, but I think if Alex has got all that even money, that's a great shout. I probably would have. I wish I saw that earlier, but at 185, I feel like I've missed the value slightly. I mean, if Alex thinks it's great value still at 185, he's got more of a clue on this game than me. But for me, I wouldn't get involved.
Leipzig, German side hosting Zenit St. Petersburg. I was impressed by Zenit against Celtic in the last match. They really took it to Celtic in that game. 3-0, they get the job done. One of Celtic's worst performances of the year. I got to admit, I kind of like the over here. Zenit St. Petersburg scored a goal in all 8 Europa League matches this year. They've scored 20 goals during that time. Leipzig, we know, they love to go forward. I think this is an overs match here. I was quite impressed overall. I know they didn't do a ton in the first leg against Celtic even, but they had plenty of opportunities, I thought Zenit did. I'm going to go over 2.5 here at even money. Alex, any opinion?
Yeah, I like it. But I will go both teams to score at 1.95. I think that Zenit will score against Leipzig. I think that everyone can score against Leipzig. They are really good in the attack, but poor in the defense. Zenit will come here to win the match. I saw some declaration from the players and their manager, their coach. They are coming here to win the match and go further and maybe score a goal, score an important away goal, which will probably mean a lot in the second leg. So both teams to score for me at 1.95.
Like it. Yeah, I'm gonna just go up one better and just say over. I think we see 2-1 at least. Nigel, any opinion?
I actually quite like the home team. I know that I like Leipzig here. I know Zenit have take this competition very, very seriously. They've got a good history in it as well, you know, in recent years. But I just think Zenit are all about their home form. I mean, it's virtually impossible to go over there and win. And when they played Celtic, Celtic did win 1-0, but Celtic missed a hatful of chances. It could have been a real end-to-end game. Celtic should have won that 3 or 4, big man. You know, they were all over them, but Zenit did have chances to score as well. I do agree with you both on goals. Maybe both teams to score and Leipzig to win it, but I think Zenit is all about home record. And if you back Zenit through the last 5 or 6 years, whoever they played away from home, and then backed them at home, you'd make a lot more money by backing them at home. Away from home, I don't trust them. I've never really been a big fan of Russian sides anyway away from home because the conditions are so different and they're not great travellers. But that's the reason why they've got their midwinter break as well, obviously, and they're coming back. But I think Leipzig are such an attacking side that I think they really fancy this, and it'll be, and you know, they play in that sort of gun-ho style. So for me, I think the home side win it 3.4, definitely goals, and I think Zenit will try to keep it competitive so they can go back home in St. Petersburg and try to beat them and qualify.
3.4.
So you like Leipzig? Yeah, 3.4 is off.
Sorry, not 3.3, 3 to 4, 1.75. Sorry,
yeah.
I was talking as fraction price 3 to 4. So it was
Gotcha.
one back. What's that? 1.75. 1.75. I see in England.
Big man, I really like an S tip. Leipzig over 1.5 goals, and also Natalie likes it. So I think that they should be able to score at least 2 goals in the match.
Yeah, I think ANS has a good point there. I like the over 1.5 goals. I like Nigel's bet with the straight Leipzig win. I like the over. I like the both teams to score over. I like a lot of these. Bets here. This might be a match to make a couple different bets on. I definitely like it. Timo Werner score anytime? Yeah, I mean he's probably likely to score. I mean he's their guy. You know that's at 1.8. I prefer to get a little bit better price, but yeah, I like that. There's a lot of money to be made, I think, in this match. Over's a good sounding play, man. Yep, sounds good. I could see 2-1 Leipzig. Yep, that's exactly, that'd be perfect. We got one more here. Sporting Lisbon against Victoria Plzeň. Plzeň obviously making the trek from the Czech Republic here to host this Sporting team. They've been rolling, haven't they, guys? Sporting Lisbon's been fantastic lately. We're great in their recent fixtures against Astana, going into Astana, going down a goal and still winning 3-1. This team's been real good, and I think another thing we got to keep in mind: Sporting, I don't think can win the Portuguese league now. They're too far back at this point. I think they'll put all their eggs in this basket here. I like Sporting, and I kind of like win to nil. Plzeň struggled to score goals at times. It's hard to find a little value here though at 1.4. Anyone have a pick on this game that they can find value in? Alex, what do you think?
I really think that Sporting are able to solve the qualification from the first leg and win with a bigger margin, like 2 goals margin. I think that Plzeň are a poor side. I think that only with luck they arrived here. Sporting are playing at home in front of their fans. They are a lot better than Plzeň right now, and they should solve the qualifying problem from the first leg. Sporting minus 1.5 at 2.25, and I really like this one. They have very good players, very good attacking skills in Sporting. Yes, they are third in the Portuguese league with 8 points behind Porto, but still nine rounds to go. But they are coming after an important defeat here. They lost 2-1 against Porto last round on the weekend. So I think that you are totally right there saying that they will have their eye on winning Europa League, and they have their chance. Of course, they are coming from Champions League. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I think we could agree. Obviously, Nigel, I think we could agree. It's probably arguable that Victoria is probably the worst team left in this competition. Bruno Fernandes has played fantastic coming over from Sampdoria. What do you think? Do you think Sporting gets the job done? Do you like goals here? What do you think?
Yeah, I think -1.5, as Alex has said there, was what I've written down here. I've actually written down Sporting Lisbon as potential, the value at the outright selections now. I think if I was going to have like a random bet to someone to win it, because I think there are certainties to be in the quarterfinals, nobody would relish that. You're going to see Milan or Arsenal go. You're going to see some other big sides go. You're going to see the Marseille, Atletico, Bilbao go. Obviously, Madrid are the team I think to beat. But as far as the prices go, I think I just worry about Lazio in terms of their home form in this competition with the lack of the crowd. That's my only concern. Whereas Sporting Lisbon, I think, will be, like we say, everyone's going to go all out for it because they know the importance of a Champions League spot. But I think at the prices, I think if I could have a bet now, Sporting Lisbon would be my one. I would just have a pickup because just purely on value, because they will be a quarter finalist. This is a buy for me. I think they're certainty to be in the last 8. And the tie will be over after the first round, first leg.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think -1 looks okay. I mean, I feel like for me, I'm not in the business to push generally, so I'll probably lay the 1.5 at 2.2 instead of 1.6. But I think Dale's kind of onto something 3-1, maybe even 2-0, maybe a clean sheet. Lisbon to go all out to give up chances usually. Yeah, that's true. Maybe an over in Lisbon. All in all, great tips though from a lot of the chatters here. Good stuff as always. And again, I think Alex, with his point, I think we're all just trying to make sure that you don't get hurt. I mean, I personally remember when I was a kid, I used to get hurt with parlays. That was kind of my issue for a long time. And Alex's point was well taken with his tout selling picks thing as well. Overall, great show today, guys. Yeah.
One more thing I want to add before it was this discussion on Twitter about some of us being better or some of us being worse than the others. Well, it's not the case, and I explained also someone on Twitter that is not the case. We are a team. We respect each other. We don't compete between us. This is not a competition. We are very competitive, yes, but we don't compete against each other. And if we throw one joke, me to Big Man or Big Man to me or Nigel or Flash, we are just joking between us. This is what we do. But we love what we are doing and we respect the work of the others. But Team Bankroll, follow us. Team Bankroll is just the beginning of the Team Bankroll. Only one season in the bag. From the second season, we have big surprises for you. Also starting World Cup this season. So I think that you should follow us. And nobody is better than nobody. Yes, Martin is number 1 right now. I respect that. I admit it. I hope that he will continue killing the bookies. We are trying to catch him, but that is not our point. Our point is to do the best we do and to follow, to continuously doing that. We don't compete between us. We are not, one is not better than the other. We are really strong, all of us.
Alex,
yeah,
Alex, often... well said. But you need to get back in that cupboard or lock you in. All right. I'm going to call you Harry Potter guys, from now. You're the kid in you're under the stairs in the cupboard. Harry Potter.
Hide him under the stairs. Get him under there. I've often said, guys, I probably don't belong on these videos. You guys are the real professionals. I will honestly say I work with a lot of people I can't fucking stand. But I'll tell you what, I like all you guys. You guys add a different dynamic. You're fun. You're intelligent. All of you know what you're talking about. Some of the people on here that we work with, you guys in particular, are some of my favorite to work with out of all of them. So, when we do banter back and forth, I respect Flash more than probably anyone. What he's done in his life is great. Nigel, Alex, all those guys. So we can joke around with each other. We could take it. Everyone have a great day. Let's get to before we go. Let's get to some of our favorite plays. I'll start it out quickly. I like AC Milan to win against Arsenal, and I like both teams to score an over 2.5 in Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund. Alex, any opinion? What do you got?
I'm going Marseille, strong on Marseille. Sporting minus 1.5. I love Dortmund versus Salzburg, Alex Classic there. And also, I like the over 2.5 in Milan versus Arsenal.
Awesome. Nigel, what do you got? What are you favorite?
I'm going to go for Leipzig to beat Zenit. Very poor travel to Zenit. And unfortunately, I'm going to twiddle in a little double with Milan to beat Arsenal. It pains me to say that, but 2.2 is the wrong price. Wenger has to go. There has to be change. And I think that will be the end for him with a defeat in the San Siro.
Awesome. Hey, Nigel, before we go, I need you to do something for me. I need this to happen.
Sure.
I need to. Over here in America, we love Arsenal Fan TV. We watch it. We love it. Can we get you on there at some point?
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. No, I'd love to go on it. I'd love to go on it. I mean, absolutely love to go on it. Yeah, the trouble is, I mean, it's a bit hostile at the ground at the moment, isn't it? And the trouble is, I haven't been for a season. I've given up. I'm not paying £2,000 for a season ticket to go and watch that. £2,000 to watch that rubbish.
What a great
another thing.
What a great answer. I've often told Martin, all those guys, stop going to the games. Once you hit them in the wallet, they won't. Think of every Arsenal fan just didn't go on Saturday to the game. That might prove a little bit of a point, but yeah, I don't blame you for that. Either team bankroll is amazing. Learning a lot from watching. Thanks, Adas. We appreciate your fine tips as well. With a couple of the ones that you sent out. Everyone have a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back obviously with more Europa League coverage coming up. The season winding down. We'll get to that here in the future. Everyone have a great day. Thanks, Alex and Nigel, for joining me today.
Take care. All the best.
Thank you.